shall we be?
Mm-hmm. Domineering, control. No. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
bit controlling.
Controlling? Okay.
Yeah, a bit controlling. And decisive.
Yeah. I always think of like just in charge. Totally in charge. And so,
they have the best bird's eye view ever.
They do.
So
and they're so strong and they have a good wingspan. And hello, I'm Donna.
I'm Nadine.
And this is...
Teach people how to treat you. She makes me say it every time now because she wants to see if I'm going to stammer.
No, that's not why. I just felt like I said it way too many times and I should share the love. I like to share the love because I'm a dove.
You're a dove.
And
You're a dove. And I'm okay with that because I'm a peacock, so I get to have the center stage.
That's right. And you've got a little bit of the dove in you, and I've got a little bit of the owl. And what are we talking about? We're talking about birds of a feather. Now, if you check our little I button up there, that little info button, click on that, you'll see what we're really talking about. And you can see our intro video on birds of a feather. And what that means is there is an acronym called D.O.P.E, which stands for 4 different bird types. Why don't you think about it and try to guess? We're going to tell you what they are in a second. And how there are different personality traits that each one of us has. We all have a dominant bird, and then we may have some of these other little birds, sub-traits as well. And we feel and we know that if you have an idea of the personality type, maybe bird type of the person that you are interacting with, you will not only be able to communicate better, but it will be way more effective and you will achieve the outcome that you are hoping to have. And at the very end, you will be able to teach them how to treat you.
Yes.
And so, having said that, D.O.P.E stands for the dove, the owl,
the peacock, and tonight's featured bird is the eagle.
So we're going to let Nadine take it from here because Nadine's the one who did the course.
I did the course.
Birds.
And
it wasn't a bird course.
It wasn't. Sorry, I couldn't help it. She just sang. No, it wasn't a bird course. I mentioned it in our last video that because I've been in sales all my professional career, being able to understand the client type that you were interacting with in order to close the deal, you had to understand the personality. And somebody in their brilliance came up with 4 different personality types, and then they attached the traits of each of those personalities to a bird type.
Yeah.
And when you think about those birds, after we give you the description, they're pretty much bang on. So we wanted to share this with you, as Donna has said, to help you in helping people, teaching people how to treat you. So tonight's featured bird, and the last one that we're doing, is the eagle. Yeah. Now the eagle, 2 words, dominant and decisive. Out of the 4 birds that we've described, they are the only ones that have come out with a type A personality, interestingly enough, because I would have thought the peacock would have been that, but not so much. So the eagle is dominant, decisive, A-type leaders, dynamic, task and output, result-oriented. They're impatient. And sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. And, they want to have like effective communication, get to the point, let's make a decision.
Okay. Whoa.
And the decision needs to come from them.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you've got to kind of maneuver it, massage it a bit so that they feel that they come up with the idea, or at least the decision. Even if that's what you wanted all along, it would be really smart and effective to
let them think that it was their decision. So you have to maneuver them. So you have to align them.
That makes me think of
what?
Mrs. Cleaver. What? Do you remember? Like she would want Ward to think that it was, don't you think? The Cleavers? Or even Lucy. No, Lucy.
Lucy.
That's who I mean. Lucy. She would always do that to let him think Jesse like that.
It was his decision. She was really,
that's who I meant.
Super right.
Like, she was so good at that.
So good at that. So
there you go. So I guess he was an eagle. He was an eagle and a peacock.
Oh, he was a total peacock.
That Jesse
Okay, when you're interacting with the eagles, and again I go back to this because the eagle and the owl are sort of similar in the sense that the emotions cannot be involved. You're okay with emotions with the dove and the peacock,
but the owl
and the eagle, it's data, output, organization. With the eagle, it's facts,
Yeah. I
They
keep
want the
thinking
facts.
just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts, man, from the, what was that, Magnum?
Was it? Or
not
Dragnet.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
And then very businesslike and formal.
Oh.
So you couldn't be sitting across from an eagle and going, "Hey, I really like your tie, dude."
Because that's not gonna get you
Or
anywhere.
in a personal relationship, if you're with an eagle, say something like, maybe you should have thought about another color shirt to go with those pants.
Like say that or don't say that?
Don't say that.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
It has to be formal and businesslike.
Yes. Okay.
Like for the country club, maybe you should have thought about something else.
Okay, that would be the approach. You know what's so weird about that though is that I always have said, if someone said pick the animal, if you had to be one animal in the world, any type of animal, I would have picked the eagle. Now you said panther for yourself, but it's so funny because I
not
would
even in the bird group.
I would say eagle because I love flying. I've said this before, and I think it was really cool. And if you're going to be a bird, you might as well be the strongest bird and the one who lives up high and top of the food chain. And it's just so funny because I am probably the furthest away of the eagle traits, my personality, which is wild.
Yes, you are.
Yet I identify with eagles.
I identify with the eagle, and it could be because
maybe I'm attracted to it.
You're attracted to it.
Maybe.
So when you think about the eagle, it's out of all the birds, it's majestic. Its nest is the highest.
Yes.
Right? And when it's soaring, typically it's soaring much higher than the other birds.
Yeah.
Well, being a peacock, I can't even get off the ground. So I don't like to stand on or a wing to sit on. So with the eagle, I think that, that's befitting of them because of how they soar, where they nest. They are somewhat aloof, and they do kind of look down on the other birds. They're domineering, right? They're formal. Like even their plumage. It's very
it's regal,
very
regal. But the thing is, when you're dealing with an eagle, though, don't let them intimidate you. Stand your ground. Be assertive. Be confident. Trust your confidence. That's another one of our videos.
Yep.
And do that when you're dealing with them. And they will respect you more.
They will respect you.
They will listen to what you have to say. And that's it. Just be direct. Don't be all emotional. And speak their language.
Yes.
That's what we're talking
and
about.
And because
here.
they're decisive, when you're presenting and interacting with them, trust your confidence. Be decisive in what you're saying is absolutely the message you want to communicate.
Know your stuff. Like, be sure you know your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you're going to go in there all wishy-washy, the eagle's going to just...
it won't land.
No. That's right. The eagle will not land.
It will go somewhere else.
That's right. So, on that note, are you an eagle? Let us know.
Or do you have an eagle in your life that you're trying to, or maybe struggling with a little bit? Yeah. Let us know. Yes. Or, look at this video. Now, before we wrap up, there is a test on Google.
Yes.
And it's the D.O.P.E personality test.
Okay, so how do we get there?
Just go to Google.
Okay, we'll put the link in our description. We'll put the link in this
video, but you go in Google and it's the D.O.P.E bird type personality test. And it goes through a series of questions that it'll determine what type of bird you are.
Yeah, and you can find out what your partner is, who your partner is, and your kids, your boss, all those people. Everyone in your life. Your good friends, and your not so good friends. Because those are the ones you really want to know.
Yeah. And if you're dealing with somebody who's adversarial in your life and you identify the bird type, then you can alter or even gear your interaction with them to their traits to communicate effectively. Even if it's, a negative message, you're trying to break up with somebody, or, you feel that you've been maybe not treated as well as you would have liked to have been.
Yeah. Okay. All right. A lot of good stuff. Anyway.
Okay. So we're gonna take flight.
That's right, we are. So before you take off, just click that subscribe button and click the bell for the notifications so you can see more of our really fun videos. And thanks.
Okay.
Okay, bye for now.
See ya.
Bye.